Hello students, today we are going to start with a small topic in the modern physics. Now in this part, that is the modern physics, we are going to deal with protons, electrons, atoms, nuclei, radioactivity, something about semiconductors, communication systems, that is the modern communication, etc. Of which the basic or the initial part is the photoelectric effect. Now, as you are well versed, that photo means the light and the electricity. The production of electricity or the generation of electricity by using the light energy is called as photoelectric effect. This is the basic definition, that is the definition of photoelectric effect. The phenomena or the process in which the light energy is converted into electrical energy, it is called as the photoelectric effect. Now in this effect we use the certain metals. At the same time we know that the light travels in the form of electromagnetic waves. How the light travels? The light travels in the form of electromagnetic waves. Since it follows the wave pattern, it will have certain velocity v or c. It will have certain frequency nu and the certain wavelength lambda. So nu is equal, c is equal to nu lambda. This will be the expression for velocity of light, where c is the speed of light. You know it is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Then nu is the frequency, lambda is its wavelength. Now when the light of a particular frequency, when the light of a particular frequency is allowed to incident on the certain metals. Now these metals must be soft. Earlier they were considered to be the soft metals. When the light of a particular frequency and the wavelength strikes on certain metals, they produce the electrons, or they set free the electrons through it or from the surface of the metal. Now suppose this is the particular metal. When a light of a particular frequency or a wavelength strikes on it, there are certain electrons which are present in these metals. They will be set free and they will be emitted out in the form of a continuous current ray. That is, the electrons are continuously emitted out from the surface of the metal. And we know that the phenomena of the flow of electron is nothing, or the flow of charge is nothing but the electricity. Now how we have generated this electricity? We allowed the light of a particular frequency and a wavelength to strike on the metal surface, and then as a result of this, the electrons were emitted out from this metal surface, resulting into the generation of electricity. So the phenomena of production of electric current or the electricity, because by use of light, it is called as photoelectric effect. The metals which are used for production of photoelectric current or to study photoelectric effect, they are called as photosensitive material. photosensitive materials or the metals. The electrons that are generated in the photoelectric effect, they are called as photoelectrons. They are called as photoelectrons. Now, we have defined what is photoelectric effect, what is photoelectric effect, what is photoelectricity, what are photosensitive materials, what are photoelectrons. These are the basic things you should know in photoelectric effect. Well, now we have defined what is photoelectric effect, what is photoelectric current, what is photoelectricity, what are photoelectric materials or photosensitive materials, and we have defined the photosensitive materials. Now, there are certain metals, like soft metals. That is, alkali metals are very soft. Sodium, potassium, that is, they can be sodium. You can cut it even by the knife. So, such metals which are very soft, earlier they were used for the purpose of photoelectric effect or to study the photoelectric effect. Later on, various scientists worked on this effect, and then ultimately it was none but the genius Albert Einstein who established it in the form of equations and is known as Einstein's photoelectric equation. Before going to Einstein's photoelectric equation, we should know certain terminology and how it works. Or, in other words, how Einstein tried to explain photoelectric effect. That is, for this purpose, he used only three terms. The first term was work function. The second term or the second thing he has used was the photoelectric or the wave, that is incident frequency or wavelength of the wave or of the light. Okay. Now, the incident frequency, incident wavelength and the work function. Now, see, whenever the light, which is a form of energy, this light, when it will strike on the metal surface, the electrons that are present on these loosely bound metal surface or these metals, that will absorb the energy. Now, this energy is in the form of packets, that is the quanta. And on the basis of Planck's quantum theory, Einstein formulated or calculated the energy required to detach this particular electron from the metal surface. Now, this energy he called as the work function. It is usually denoted by phi or is denoted by W. The minimum amount of energy that must incident on the photoelectric or the photosensitive material so that the loosely bound electron can be detached from it, it is called as the photo work function or the work function of the material. Now, the energy associated or the work done. What is work? Work is nothing but the energy, and energy is equal to H nu, where h is Planck's constant and nu is the frequency. Now we have the incident frequency, that is the work function, and the incident frequency and the wavelength. Now we have defined these two more terms over here, or we are needed to define two more terms over here, and that is threshold frequency or threshold wavelength. Now we know that C is equal to nu lambda. C is equal to nu lambda. That is, nu is equal to C upon lambda, or lambda is equal to nu upon C. Or you can say lambda is equal to C upon nu. From either of these equations, you know that lambda, that is the wavelength, and the frequency, they are in inverse proportion with each other. ये बढ़ गया तो ये कम होगा, and vice versa. So we want the wavelength, that is the lambda. Now if lambda has to be more, then the frequency must be less. Or if the frequency is less, then its wavelength will be more. The minimum frequency required by the incident light so that photo emission can be observed, it is called as the threshold frequency. The minimum frequency for which the photo emission can be studied is called as threshold frequency. The maximum wavelength for which the photo emission can be studied, it is called as the threshold wavelength. Now, using this threshold wavelength, threshold frequency concepts, Einstein stated that whenever the electron absorbs the energy, incident energy on it, then if the energy incident, that is the phi or the E is equal to h nu, this energy is utilized for two purposes. One is for detaching the electron from the metal surface, which we have stated that it is called as a work function. So it is phi. And then the remaining part is used for what? For emission of the photoelectron. And when we say it is for the emission of a photoelectron or photon, that means it must possess the kinetic energy. And this kinetic energy must be maximum, and therefore it is Ke max. So E is equal to phi plus Ke max. This is Einstein's photoelectric equation. This is known as what? Einstein's photoelectric equation. That is, E is equal to phi plus what? Phi plus Ke max, that is half mv square. Phi is equal to phi plus Ke max is equal to what? Energy. Now energy is equal to h nu, that is equal to h nu 0, that is the amount of energy work done, then plus half mv square, where v is what? Velocity of the electron, m is mass of electron, and nu 0 is what? The threshold frequency. Nu 0 is threshold frequency. And nu is what? Incident frequency. It is what? Incident frequency. Now we have studied C, or C is equal to nu lambda. If I want to substitute it in the form of lambda, then nu के बदले में what I can substitute? Nu. C is equal to nu lambda. Therefore, nu is equal to C upon lambda. And therefore, this equation can be written as what? Hc upon lambda is equal to Hc upon what it was? Lambda nu 0. So here we can write as what? Nu lambda 0 plus half mv square max. Now what is lambda 0 over here? This is threshold wavelength. And what is this? This is incident wavelength. Now of this is very important application, or this is very important concept in the photoelectric effect. That is, phi is equal, E is equal to phi plus Ke max, H nu is equal to H nu 0 plus half mv square, and then what? Hc upon lambda is equal to Hc upon lambda 0 plus half mv square max. This is what is Einstein's photoelectric equation. Now of this, if anything, any two things are given to you, then you can find out the third thing, and that is what is the numerical base on this Einstein's photoelectric equation. Let us solve one numerical based on Einstein's theory, or based on this particular see, the work function of a certain material, is how much? It is given 4.50 electron volt. That is, you are given with phi is equal to 4.50 electron volts. Then you are given what? Calculate the speed of the fastest electron ejected when the light whose photon energy is 5.80 electron volt. That is, E is given to you. It is 5.80 electron volts. Now you know that 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. That is the charge on electron, or you can say it is joules. Now, what is our equation? Phi is equal to phi plus Ke max is equal to E. Now we are given E, we are given phi, we are given mass of electron. Mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. Now you are given everything. Now let us try to solve this and find out the required thing. These are the given things. What you have to find out? The speed of electron. So this is given. Now to find V max, that is the maximum speed of the electron. अब आपको मैं बताता हूँ. Then the third step will be formula and solution. What should be the formula? E is equal to phi plus Ke max, that is equal to phi plus half mv square max. Correct है? So half mv square max is equal to E कितना दिया है हमें 5.80 माइनस phi वर्क फंक्शन कितना है 4.50, दैट इज इक्वल टू कितना आएगा 1.30 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट्स. करेक्ट है ना? V square is equal to 2 into 1.30 upon m कितना है? m is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31. If I want to convert it into joules, then minus 31. एक मिनट के लिए अपना स्क्रीन पॉज कीजिए और ये सब लिख लीजिए. ठीक है? Done. Now, what I have to do? I have to find out the V. That means that is 13.1.2 into 3, 1.3 into 1.6. The V is equal to root of 2 into 1.3 into 1.6 upon 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 19 plus 31. Now, I suppose you can simplify this very fast, and then you will find the speed will be something 676 kilometer per second or something like that. Okay? So this is the application of Einstein's photoelectric equation. That is 676 into 10 raised to 3 meter per second. Now you know that 10 raised to 3 meter, that means 1 kilometer. So the speed will be 676 kilometer per second. Is it clear? This particular sum, that is, we were given the energy of electron, we were given the work function, we have to find out the V max, that is the maximum velocity of the emitted electron. Now this is the simplest topic, though it is the part of the modern physics, it has to be in the simplified form, and I have tried to make it as simplified as possible. This is the basic thing that you should know, that is what is photoelectric effect and Einstein's formula for photoelectric effect. In my next lecture, in my next class, we will be doing applications of photoelectric effect, and we will try to solve numericals based on this particular formula, that is Einstein's photoelectric effect, as well as we will try to find out, or we will try to study the characteristics of photoelectric effect on the basis of Einstein's photoelectric equation.